And now that the game's all loaded, I'll wait. I'll load it way faster than I thought. I'll wait a whole 30 seconds probably while I wait for someone to join the stream. And we'll see if anyone does. That's me sipping from my goddamn comedy mug. Comedy is the name of this game. Yeah. Since no one's here yet, I'm going to take a second. I'm going to read up on the glossary. So I'm a little curious. Kiosks, small container type shops selling. I know what kiosks are. I know what that is. We read all that. Hey, it's Plumberry Games. I can't remember who you actually are, but I know that name. I've seen it before, but I can't remember the name of the person who uses that tag. Hello. I'll turn off my air conditioning now, and I'll actually start fucking playing the game. I was dicking around waiting for someone to show up, but hello. He just joined in and he said simping and pimping room. It's totally fine when we're... You don't know yet, but the moment you see the Fox ladies, you'll understand. There's no more worthy cause to simp for. I ain't no sad Russian boy simping for e-girls. I'm a proud Russian anime Fox girl simper. It's Jacob. Oh, all right. How you doing, Jacob? How's your evening going? How are you holding up on a day like today? I have something stuck in my teeth and it's freaking me out. Same deal as yesterday. How you doing, Jacob? Give me the lowdown, the whole story. I'll just sit here in the quiet. Alright, I'm not gonna wait for the whole thing to get typed out. I'm instead gonna start actually playing the game. It's been a whole 3 minutes since I started streaming, so I'm gonna just get into it, okay? Okay. I was gonna wait till Cass and Diamond joined because they were here yesterday and I didn't wanna, I didn't wanna fucking get it all going before they arrived. I felt like that would be kind of mean. But anyways, I'm gonna start reading, and whenever they arrive, I'll just catch them up. I can hear muffled. It's weird. It's weird. I see that you're vibing. Just playing some Valhalla. Oh, I got that game. I think. Let me double check. Let me double check really quick. No, I didn't. I got fucking Valheim is what I'm thinking of. Yeah. Oh, you're talking about Assassin's Creed. I saw the AC. I thought it was just a typo. Never mind. I've never played that game. I have no information about it at all. I'm going to keep reading because there's supposed to be music and it's kind of freaking me out that there isn't. I could hear the muffled voices behind the doors, blinking lamps. What is happening actually right now in the story? Oh yeah, I walked past the dudes went into the school. Darkness creeped along the windows, and it felt like the school was drifting in an open space, like a lonely lost spaceship. Cool. How about we get our lonely lost spaceship to have some goddamn lonely lost music, huh? After going up to the second floor, I noticed a crowd around the notice board. Everyone was taking part in a lively discussion about Vova. He's missing. He went missing near a river, apparently, which is pretty neat. I went over that river just today in this very game. And you're saying that Valhalla is good. Cool. I haven't played it yet. I'm not going to play it either. But that's pretty cool. Actually, I had heard that it was pretty bad. Because I remember I watched another, YouTuber play... play it for a bit, and after like 2 episodes, they got bored and stopped playing it. So I was like, probably not going into. I'm gonna keep reading. I feel ambivalent about doing so, because I feel kind of bad, because last time I had to spend like 20 minutes explaining to Diamond everything that had happened that he had missed, and then I spent like an hour like going back and forth with him over that. So I wanted to wait until they arrived before I started really getting into the story, and I feel kind of mixed feelings about doing that with both him and Cass gone, because I was going to just dump it onto Cass. You know, you explain to Diamond what happened. Obviously, I shouldn't be, you know, feeling that bad about it, but I do. Anyways, move closer to the board everyone was looking at, and saw something interesting. There was a piece of paper with something printed on it, glued to the left of the notice board. Yeah, the fucking... I can't look at anything else. It's the Vova thing, right? Yeah. And now music kind of kicks in, yeah? Better. Oh, child missing. That is what it says on the thing. Thank you, I was reading the goddamn board game. 10 years old in grade 4B. He left his home on January the 5th, around 1600. That's, 4 p.m. for us American folk, and never returned. Was last seen at the bridge over the river, which we cross at the end of the last episode of this. Should I explain to you, by the way, Jacob, what's happening in the story? Like, do you have any idea what we're going over right now? Or are you just sitting there like, this is uncomfortable? Because I feel bad. Do you know what we're going through? I'm gonna keep reading while I you know, wait for your response. He was wearing an orange coat with a hood, a black wool cap, a scarf, and mittens with green stripes. Might have had plastic toy gun on him. Wow, he was armed, damn. He was, you know, tall, skinny, brown hair and green eyes, and please call the numbers if you have any information for Vova's whereabouts. And the number is 36722, or just the number 2. Hey, Diamond, there he is! Alright, and old Jacob here has no idea what the game's about, so I'll explain it to you the same way I explained it to Diamond, and he'll fill you in on everything else in the chat. Because now that someone else is here, I can dump the task of explaining onto him. So let me explain what I want to, and then Diamond will cover the rest. So, basically, this game is like taking place during the rise of the Soviet Union, just after they started establishing the gulags. So they're getting all the bankers, and they're putting them in prison. And our character, who is not this guy that I'm pointing to, but we have a character as well, him and his dad is a banker. So him and his sister and his parents, they left home and they ran out into the forest where their grandmother lives, in a remote village somewhere outside of the Soviet Union where they can't be captured by the soldiers. But the forest is also cursed, and there's these animal folk kind of wandering around killing dudes. And then on the first night, and this is very important, we saw a fox lady dancing around outside of our window and got scared of her and hid. But then that fox lady thought that, you know, the sexiest trait a fella can have, is his ability to hide from her and cower like a child. So she's, of course, super into us. By us, I mean me and the main character, as an extension of me making the decisions for him. I've made 2 decisions for him. That's all the decisions I've been given so far. So not a lot of control. But we hid from her, and she thought that was super hot. So she's, you know, met up with the main character outside of his school. And she was like, hey. And our character was like, oh. And that's not how it happened at all. She gave him like a toy, like a candy, a bubblegum thing, and inside was a rare card of a Mercedes Benz. And apparently our character here is really into old Mercedes, so he started losing his shit, you know, wetting his pants, just coming right there in the middle of the street over this Mercedes Benz sticker. It's a goddamn Mercedes Benz sticker. It's an important thing to see. So he was losing his mind over it, you know, having a great time. And then he and Fox Lady became friends. And this kid, Vova, for some reason, our main character, me, also him, but mostly me, because I'm the guy controlling him, is wanting to find this kid, Vova, who went missing in the forest. Even though we've never met Vova before, and the police think that he was abducted. So even though it's dangerous and we don't know him, and he has a cat, we're trying to find Vova out in the middle of the woods and save him because we think it'll stop our parents from getting divorced. But secretly, I, not him, not the main character, me, in real life, want them to get divorced because his mom, main character, not guy on newspaper, the main character's mother, is super hot, and you'll and you'll see that in a bit. So, obviously, I'm completely fine with the prospect of them getting divorced. She'll land on her feet in no time. However, the main character, who I am making the decisions for, wants them to stay together, and also wants to date the Fox girl. And I side with him on the idea of wanting to date the Fox girl. So that's the whole story. It's also technically a horror game, but it's been a lot more dating sim than horror game so far. The scariest thing that happened so far is our guy almost got killed by some dogs at one point. It wasn't very scary. And there's been like 2 jump scares, but it's been like 4 hours of gameplay, so it's not that bad. Mostly, as far as I'm concerned, dating sim. For Fox women, and possibly the mom. I just look over and see from Diamond, oh, Ram, why? And Diamond can get you up to speed on the rest of the stuff about the story, like the Lord of the Forest and all the demons and the wolf people. Diamond can explain all that boring crap to you. I'm more interested, of course, in the hot Fox woman. So let's get moving along. Vova McCucken, that was his name, a 4th grader. On that grainy print, Vova looked dead, with a black mouth and dark, empty eye sockets. He looks more like a collection of dots drawn by a person who can only see with echolocation, but could that be the darkness deep in the forest, invading his pores and mutilating his face? Or could it be just a shitty printer? The world may never know. A plastic toy gun couldn't protect him from the whispering branches and the howling wind, and also the literal demon god that almost killed us, the main character, us. You know, that's also a bit more dangerous. Empty eyes of the lost boy pierced through my soul as if pleading. Look at him, he's like, oh god, get this cat away from me. He's terrible. Look at poor Vova. Unable to meet a stare, I turned around and rushed to the window. Took a seat on the windowsill. Alright. I just ran over there. Everyone's in there, like, looking at the board, and I'm like, gotta get the fuck out of here, you know? Even though I've never met this kid and have no obligation to him pleading to me is fucking me up, man. Although I probably am the only person who can save him, because I'm pretty sure you have to, like, be attacked by these demons to be able to help people who are getting abducted by the demons. So, we've got, like, a blue exorcist thing going on here. We got cursed, and now we can... Look at this gesture I'm doing. It's very fun. I'm going to keep doing it while I read the chat. Diamond says, by the way, Plum. And by Plum, he means Jacob. It's not even close to a dating sim. He's just simping for the Fox girl and the mother, that is a fact. Although, that Fox girl was definitely hitting on the main character. Like, it literally said in this little line of text at the bottom, is she flirting with me? As he's wondering it. And then she was literally like, yes. So... just throwing that out there. It's not entirely my, you know, decision. Some of it is on the game as well. And then Diamond says he can't explain all of it. He joined on episode 2 and it was 12 at night and he never remembers anything. Well, I think I've done a pretty good job at explaining it. There's demons. There's hot anime women. Everyone's Russian. That's everything you need to know. I'm sitting on the windowsill. The corridor was slowly filling up with children in groups of few. Nobody paid me any mind. In the darkness of the school toilets, child voices were hammering a nursery rhyme. For the fox and the bear. See, we met the fox, and she was fine. Bunny tasty meals prepare. I turned my head towards them, trying to get a better look at their faces, but my attention was stolen by a loud clicking sound. A female teacher marched down the corridor with her chin held high. Her heels were hitting the floor like miniature hooves. A girl was trailing her every step. She looks like a Elsa from Frozen, right? But in a different art style, right? I'm right. She was also looking pompous, stopping along the way and whispering some secret in her friend's ear. Is the secret that my fucking nose itches? Because it does. Ah! It's just itchy. It's like bothering me. She was probably a class rep since she was carrying an attendance register book. Ekaterina, take this please. Is that her name? Her name is Ekaterina. Oh, now she's looking at me. Look at that. We've got ourselves waifu number thrifu. It's the Triforce of waifu. The Tri-Fifu. The teacher opened up the class door, and the crowd of children swarmed in. One of them... Oh, God. Oh, no. I don't want you to join the waifu brigade. I don't know. I'm such a dick. I'm sorry. Let me read the chat. Old Plumby is saying, I will allow dumping this once because it's a fox girl. Oh, hell yeah, that's right. I'm glad somebody understands it. I'm glad that, you know, at least one person... See, Diamond doesn't get it. He's all like, alleged flirting. The MC was confused, as was I, by the fox. No. He was blushing. He was like, are you interested in me? She was like, yes. It was a fine time. Old Jacob, you'll see. Because we're going to be meeting the fox girl again soon, and you'll be like, ooh. What's behind the mask? I don't know, but I am, in fact, curious. I don't know who this guy is, but he's a tall, redhead, fat boy, and he caught my attention. Because I have weird tastes in women. And my taste is apparently men. His face was full of blisters. He looked like the inside of a pomegranate. Damn. A bad feeling rose on the hair at the back of my head. I've seen boys like him before. Unsettled eyes, cackling laughter. Oh, he looks angry now. I guess he wanted to hit on the teacher's pet lady, but now she left. Poor guy. Poor boy. Poor guy. The girl, who was a smaller copy of the teacher, warned the boy with a wave of her hand and entered the room through the clearing in the crowd. Some other guy stood in the way of the crowd, and the redhead immediately shoved him. Move your legs, moron. Oh god. We've got ourselves a typical anime villain. This is the bully character. If tropes are to be believed, either I'll kick his ass, or I'll get my ass kicked, and then the fox girl will save me. So the boy flew headfirst. And I'm fine with either option here. Yeah, exactly. As Jacob's saying, I am a man of culture just as you are. And we're both fine with either option, especially option 2. The boy flew headfirst, flailing his hands, trying to keep his balance. The fatso burst out laughing, and a couple kids joined in his cackling. Oh wow, that was some laughter. That was some laughter I just heard. Their laughter sounded like someone was snipping a huge garden scissors. That's not what I heard, but okay. The classroom sucked all the kids in. The corridor stood empty. Except for me, who's just hanging out on the window. Vibing with the darkness, like an edgy boy that I am. I wanted to grow roots and stay on the windowsill, because I am an edgy boy. Nope, didn't mean to do that. I accidentally middle-clicked. I didn't know middle-clicking did that. Oh, I see something outside. Just a handful of lampposts outside were battling the darkness, writhing like fluorescent fish in the black ocean. Also, the moon is still, like, right in the middle of the sky. How early does this goddamn school start? Maybe I can still run away. Go outside, dissolve into the dark. I imagine myself running through the snow. It squeaks under my boots, and how I'm becoming lighter and lighter with every step. But then the bell rang, and it blew the illusion away. All my hopes and dreams gone with the sound of the school bell. Also, this place looks kind of nice now. You know? Now that it's not all, like, weirdly shadowed and we got lights on, it looks kind of good. You know, I got plants hanging on the walls, aloe vera growing here. I'm a big fan of aloe vera, you know. Big fan. Plumberry here says, in the realm of fantasy, anything in moderation is fine. Also, Diamond's saying that they're underage, but we have no confirmation of that. The fox girl is probably immortal. And that is a common anime trope as well. I took a couple deep breaths, trying to calm down my mad pulse, and entered the classroom. Here I go. I'm walking on in there. Oh, here's the classroom. I got all the girls. Look, there's the one who looks like Elsa. She's probably a main character because we can see her face. I'd assume the same thing is true for this guy. He's got main character vibe. And this guy. This is fat guy. He's got main character vibe. Big old boy. The prim teacher looked at me over the frame of her glasses, clearly annoyed. I'm the transfer student? Oh, look, I got real main character vibes to my fucking white hair. Jesus Christ, look at this edgy anime boy. He's gonna lose his glasses and get like a scar over one eye, and then boom, he's gonna fucking get magic and shit. I was told to come here. The snowy forest trail was winding in front of my eyes. The pines rustled, but it didn't sound predatory anymore. She buried herself in the register and flicked through the pages. Last name? Petrov? Huh? What are you mumbling there? Say it clearly. Petrov. Now look at that. Main character vibe. You're not on the list. She measured me with long and heavy stares, as if trying to see if I was lying. I wanted to sink through the floor. Hazy faces observed all of that from the left, and the classroom breathed and snorted in unison, like a living organism, a dangerous beast. Are you sure? I don't have you in my register. My knees chose the worst time to start shaking, and I felt dizzy. I clutched my fists so my knuckles became white. They told me to come to classroom 204 and ask for Lilia Pavlovna, class 6C. Ooh, damn. Apparently everyone in the classroom thought that was a joke because they're laughing their asses off. Just because I look like the main anime character. God damn. Also, Diamond says, if they look underage, I feel like it's bad to be attracted to them. First of all, we have no idea how the fox girl looks because she wears a thick winter coat and a fox mask. So there's... Don't worry, Jacob. Diamond's just imagining fox girls underage. Second of all, it's not my fault the artist draw all the fucking characters looking hot as hell, okay? I ain't the artist here. Someone else's. And third of all, I'm not saying I would do it in real life. However, this kid is 12. So he has the option, you know? I don't want him dating the teacher. She's like 40. That'd be weird and kind of gross. So, as a responsible man of culture, I have to choose the only moral gray area, the immortal fox girl. All jokes, yes. Yes, Jacob. You will not take him from me! For example... I'm kidding, I'll stop. Apparently everyone in the class thought it was a joke, they're laughing. What's wrong with the school? The teacher says. The classroom fell silent. The kids hid their smirks for a better occasion. Why do we hire so many interns? I bet the intern is the fox girl. I'm betting my goddamn pension on it. I don't even have one. They all know how to put lips. All they know is to put lipstick over their bulging lips. But when it comes to real problems, I have to solve everything. So we're saying, temp teacher is hot. Good to know. This way we can solve Diamond's moral quandary. How did they send you here without any proper paperwork? We've had all this happen, all this same thing happen, so many times already. Wait here, I'll be back. In my head, she sounds like that Miss Crane from Jimmy Neutron. Hey, Cass is here. Cass, you'll side with me on this. Fox Girl is okay, right? Yeah. Immortal Fox Girl. We've decided that she's an immortal anime character. And Diamond's like, Cass, please. Don't agree. After I have a little chat with them, the teacher flew past me, mumbling something to herself in righteous anger, and I was left standing at the center of the classroom. It seems I am now the teacher. I'm just standing there with my fist balled like Arthur from that animation show. You know that Arthur show where he balls his fists in anger? It's the exact same thing. Like a convict in front of a firing squad, I lowered my gaze, feeling the stares from all around the classroom directed at me. Step up, be the teacher. They pricked my skin, danced on it like laser sights. Oh. Well, that was quite the transition. Once again, I imagine running far from this place, fighting the clawing wind and soaring high above the pines in one long jump. With the way he's imagining himself as a tiny bunny. Oh, it's the title of the game. Oh, it's all connected. Anyways, aside from my own weirdness, with the wind on my back as my only companion, the eyes of my future classmates were asking, this new boy, is he one of us or an outsider? Somebody whispered something, and stifled laughter rolled throughout the classroom. Wipe the board! It was easy to guess who was the main prankster here. Hey, Four Eyes. Oh, it's this guy with the fucked up face. Are you not only blind, but also deaf? I said wipe the board. My knees weren't the only shaking part of my body anymore. I was trembling from head to toe. I prayed for the teacher to come back sooner. My prayers were answered by the powers that be. Aw, man. The Fox Girl didn't come and save me. What a fucking disappointment. Thumbs down. Worst game ever. I'm gonna read this really quick. Diamond says he's been stuck here listening to this for 30 minutes. Although it's only been 26 minutes and he's only been here for 18. So, Diamond, you're only about halfway there. You haven't yet been broken by the concept of simping over Fox girls. Cass says, don't agree that the Fox freak is okay to simp over? And then she says, I just got out of the shower, so I'm not going to apologize for being late. That's not the important thing here, Cass. I forgive you for your lateness. The important thing is to agree with me that the Fox girl, not Fox freak, you rude bastard, is in fact totally good to simp over. Anyways, back to the story. And what should I do with you now? Teacher here says. Where will you sit? Oh, well, you can sit with Semyon, I guess. I bet he's that angry bully character who's... Oh, he's got a fucked up face. He's alone anyway, and he's got a fucked up face. No way. Oh. The fatso put his backpack in the seat beside him in defiance, scratched his belly, and smirked. You back to your old tricks? Should I call your grandma here again? So you've confirmed that his parents are not there anymore. How sad. And what's she gonna do? I'll be the one to do something if she doesn't. Put your backpack away. Now. Seaman didn't move a muscle. His name is literally Seaman, but I'm gonna say it wrong in order to make it seem like he's got something going for him. He started studying the portraits of writers on the wall, looking bored. I need to do something to resolve this somehow, to save myself. I cleared my throat and continued in a stifled voice that sounded nothing like me. I can sit in the last row. I think there's a free seat. The teacher snorted loudly. She looked at me, then Semyon, then back at me. Fine, go there now. And you, Babrin, I'll have a talk with you later. Come to me after class. Oh, that's right, Babrin just got fucked over. You'll be on cleaning duty, got it? Semyon forced out a twisted smile. Ugh. Juicy pimples, ew, disgusting, were growing on the tip of his nose. What? Ripe for the taking. Eh? Man, this kid is fucked up. That's how we... That is his inner monologue, and it's fucked up, alright? Yeah, that ain't right. No siree. I walked carefully, afraid to stumble and fall, causing another outburst of laughter from everyone. I took my seat in the back, at the last table, where I was met with a pile of old posters. The outcasts took their seats, and the class was ready to start. Now that it's settled, let's start the class. Today's theme is Traditions of Russia and International Literature in Zenkana's Don't Lie. I didn't read that right at all. The fat man turned back to me. His stare informed me of the coming days, weeks, and months of bullying. I've got my eyes on you, said his watery look. I should fuck with him. I'm behind him. I should mess with him now. I can flick something at him. After a couple periods, I already noticed a huge yellow spit stain in my notebook. Then at the cafeteria, this Semyon accidentally spilled compote onto me, which is, a dessert drink made of fruit and berries. How dare he? Then he flailed his hands around after exiting the toilet, so some of the liquid got onto me. Just before the final period for today, Semyon pushed me into a buzzing crowd of girls from our class. Oh my god, he's doing the anime thing! No fucking way. He's just getting up into there. God damn. Yo, this is not a horror story. This is a straight up harem anime. See from Diamond. I am so angry. Go to the next part. Jacob. Oh my. And Cass says, see? My theory of everything is anime is proven correct. This most certainly is, at least. They made way, cursing, but I couldn't hold my balance and ended up ramming my face into the girl I took for the class rep before, right in her chest. Goddamn. Ow! I immediately stepped back, dying from embarrassment. I'm sorry, are you alright? No, she speaks English. She said, yeah, Oh, she's even making anime sound effects. Oh my god! Then, wait a minute, didn't I turn off voices? Can I turn them back on? Just really quick, just for a second. I'll put it on to like half, alright? Yeah, there we go. Then she suddenly put her hands on her hips. Will you look at him? Oh, never mind. You know what? I'm gonna turn it back off. I remember why I turned it off in the first place. Groping me in front of everyone. I'll tell my mom this is the most anime shit I've ever seen in my goddamn life. They'll expel you. Pervert! We've got ourselves the tsundere love interest, fellas. We've got the wise fox girl. We've got the tsundere love interest girl. It's all coming together now. Diamond says, ah! Cass says, what 12-year-old has titties like that? What the fuck? It's true, this is a... Listen, man, you know, these artists, they're going by anime logic, where people age like 10 years more, like accelerated within the space of year 7 and year 8. You know, they just go like that. Anime logic. I pray to something that these characters die in a horrible fashion soon, Diamond says, so that Rem stops talking like this. There was some sort of sadistic pleasure in her eyes. Oh, God! As if she was a child who was about to put a lit match into the Schaefer beetle. I didn't mean to. He pushed me. Well, we all saw that, you know. No blind among us. Among Us! Sorry. Jeez. That was not funny. I'm sorry. That was not funny. I apologize. She stared at my glasses while showing me a creepy smile. I started to fume on the inside, but Semyon's laughter cooled my head. I pushed you? You sure? He swaggered up to me, enveloping me in the smell of sunflower seeds and rotting teeth, and then pushed me to the ground again. Like this? What you gonna do now? Kick him in the dick. Fuck him up. Come on. Do something cool, Tony. The bully towered over me as if saying, come on, hit me. Let me see you try. Do it. Yeah, fuck him up. Let's go. Listen, you. My throat went dry. My lips were moving on their own. My voice was akin to a stifled squeal. Semyon wore a mocking smile. Go on, Four Eyes. Why'd you stop? We're all waiting. Kick him in the dick if you ever touch me again. Semyon slowly stuck a finger and poked my forehead. I did, so what? If you ever do it again. Here! Fuck him up, come on! Once more, and again, and again. This is really just gonna keep happening, huh? He was poking me with his finger so hard my head tilted backwards. I must not cry, or I'll be done for. What will a wimp like you do to me? My vision went blurry. My soles tore off from the floor. I rushed forward and threw a punch. Oh, fuck yeah, got him. Punched him right in the ear. Like a real ear punch, just like that. Ooh. Ooh, Diamond says, you crossed the line at Among Us. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that was too far. Alright, shouldn't have mentioned Among Us, alright? It was very sus, as Plumberry here says. I'm sorry. I apologize. That was my bad. And Cass says Tony a bitch, and Tony do be a bitch, but he finally punched somebody. He socked him right in the ear. That's the man's real weak point. The left ear, right in the lobe. What I saw when I opened my eyes was beautiful, but horrifying at the same time. Semyon was holding his ear and blinking in amazement. Was I the first person to rebel against his absolute rule? Oh, two dudes are just right above me. I needed to run, but I was surrounded by cronies. Lilia Pavlovna. Petrov just hit Bourbon. Semyon's cheeks grew redder and his pimples whiter, like the head of larvae, but a smile flashed on his face that was only noticed by his comrades. He got really close to me. Right like this. The smell of rotten teeth washed over me. He could have gone for the dick, but he went for the ear like an absolute coward. You are fucking done. His voice was evil and dangerous, like someone tore off the lid from a kettle of boiling fat. I was waiting to get hit, counting the thumps of my heart and guessing where his fists would go. The solar plexus, the jaw, the nose. But he just turned and walked off. That's right, big guy ain't so big anymore, is he? I should hit him again! But I didn't, because I'm a coward. Throwing haymakers right to the ear. Yeah. Get old wampus to the ear. You ever wanna fuck somebody up real bad? To the ear. And you do it like this too, like a cat hitting a string. Not an actual punch, just like a to the left ear, right ear, fucks him up every time. I thought, cold and sober and extremely rational, popped into my head. I'm gonna get killed today. Nah, just hit him in the dick. And as Cass is saying, you never punch the dick, you gotta kick it with the top of your foot. That works as well, but really any jab with enough force is good enough. I was late to leave the school after class on purpose. Semyon didn't attend the last period, so I was hopeful. What if he decided to dodge cleaning duty and run home, forgetting all about me? I have the hiccups a little bit. I heaved a sigh of relief, like someone on death row whose execution got delayed by a day. But I didn't let myself forget his tone, his vengeful gaze, his scary, electrified smirk. While the other students were leaving the school, laughing loudly, I was pretending to skim through my books near a window. I was staring outside, nervous. Semyon was nowhere to be found in the front yard, nor at the school gate. I didn't really believe that I was this lucky, so I decided to be extra cautious and stayed for some more time in the corridor that was gradually getting less crowded. All of the bustle moved to the first floor. There was a skeleton peeking out of the biology classroom. I heard something fall outside, but it wasn't in my house. Some jokester put a cap with the American condor on his head. The sound, I don't know what that means, but hey, whatever. There's another option, by the way, Cass, just throwing this out there, where instead of kicking or punching, you do like this crush move, where you just like that exact sound that you just heard from the game, just fucking, just you ever like seen those videos of that guy crushing a burger in his hand? Same gimmick, exact same movement. It's like just like that sound you just heard. It's like popping one of those giant bubble wraps. Anyways, the sound of running water was coming from the bathroom. I was the only person left in the whole school. I'm not alone. A sudden thought came to mind. I remembered the missing boy. His portrait was on the notice board near the schedule. I remembered his smile, and now it's way bigger. Him looking at me, and the fact that he's most likely already dead. Hello? I shuddered and turned around. Fox girl. Yeah. Fox girl. What's up? I fucking told y'all. At first my eye stumbled upon the black violin case. Then I noticed a girl from my class was holding it. Definitely the Fox girl. I will bet. I'll bet a whole $1. She's got the same eyes as Fox girl. I'm positive of it. Let's see. She sat in the front row of the second column. I swear I caught her looking at me a couple times. And I was sneaking glances at her myself. See? Definitely the Fox girl. This is an established fact. Sometimes it just feels nice to look at something pretty. The spring, the sky, or a girl that's not in the crowd that laughs at Simon's jokes. And she wasn't whispering the dirty laundry of other people to Katya. She spent all the breaks just like me, staying in the classroom, looking in the window, or drawing something in her green notebook. Hello? I turned red and pretended I was studying the pattern on the wooden floor. It was cool, the way you hit him. That's right. You get it. That's me. It was just an accident. Almost. That's right, it was on purpose. Beyond the vibe, Fox Girl, who I assume is you. I started shoving books in my backpack to at least put something in my hands. Semyon wasn't like that before. He also transferred here just recently. His grandma told me that it almost felt like he went mad. Even the upperclassmen fear Semyon, did you know? But you're different. That's right. I kicked him right. I'm going to kick him right in the nuts. You're brave. I mumbled in reply. Yeah, right. Me. Brave. Listen, I almost got killed by the demons like 4 times now. If I'm scared of fucking Semyon, then I'm never gonna win against the literal Lord of Death in the forest. Like, we gotta prioritize what we're scared of. Literal Lord of Hell, Semyon. And if I'm going up against this, then I'm way above this. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a straight up fact. What's fucking y'all saying? Something about... Oh, y'all are referencing Bob's Burgers, which Cass is obsessed with, so they're talking about that. Okay. And then Diamond says, I hope you end up hating her. And I think he said that to me, talking about her. But I won't. Never, my dear sweet fox girl. And or just random nice violin person. Because I think violins are cool in real life. And then Diamond says he doesn't have time for shows anymore, and his schedule isn't the nicest. That's too bad. And also, Cass says that she is definitely the fox girl, because no other freak would talk to bitch-ass Tony. That's a good point. What other things have I done? A hero that has been standing around in the hallway to avoid a beating. The girl looked at me with her clear, attentive eyes. Do you live over the river? In that wooden house? Yeah. Must be scary living there. And you also have to cross the forest, man. You don't know the half of it. There's literal demons in them woods. I wouldn't be able to do that. I shivered at the mention of the forest. I thought of intertwining branches of a snake-like trail of endless darkness that spread like mold among the crooked trees. So I straight up lied. It's not that scary. That was a fat lie. I was running through there like a child who pissed his pants. What's so scary about it for you? She smiled after a brief pause, as if pushing off a daydream. Well, actually, never mind. See, she probably knows about it, too. She's probably involved with the whole Demon Lord thing, and I'm betting it's because she's the Fox Girl, and she knows about it. My name's Polina, by the way, which is probably Russian for Fox Girl. And I'm Anton, which is probably Russian for bitch. I already know that. Yes? Hey, Anton. She stumbled, as if trying to decide whether she should continue. What are you doing after school? My chest felt prickly after her innocent question, yet somehow it felt pleasant. Nothing much. I stumbled and didn't finish my sentence. Oh? Okay. That's not where the fucking episode ends, is it? Oh no, I'm having thoughts about Fox Girl. See, I knew it. Same eyes. You see, Alyssa's predatory smile flashed in front of my eyes. This is the Fox Girl, by the way. This is important to establish. Canonically, they have the same eyes. This is an important fact for us to know about. Her playful eyes and the slits of the masks were probably just a product of my imagination, though. What if that Fox Girl is waiting for me after the school? Or was it just another one of her weird jokes? I wonder if she's hiding a big red tail under her coat. I suddenly got covered with beads of sweat, like after PE class. I wanted to take a shower, as if just thinking of the Fox Girl made me dirty. You know it does. Soiled my clothes. You know it does. And lured me to the forest's embrace. The different kind of embrace. I'm sorry. See, they literally have... definitely. Anyways, same eyes. I'm positive of it. I have a violin class, and then I'll be free. My grandpa hired me a private tutor. Our music teacher is a violinist, and he doesn't have anyone to teach here, except for me. She waved her free hand in the air, imitating movements of a bow on violin strings. I could almost hear the music. It chased Alyssa out of my head. Don't you dare chase Alyssa out of my head. She needs to stay there. So it's an important thing. I looked at Polina's lips. This guy is just infinitely horny, catching her every word, and was frozen from the unusual sensations. They were warm, soothing, and tingly. I'm telling you, like 90% dating sim, 5% fucking other type of game. Hello there, Keisha. Welcome. Never seen you before, but hi. It felt like I was very small, and the feelings were immense, and they couldn't fit inside me. Something else that can't fit inside me. This shit keeps continuing. She said they say there's a serial killer loose in the village. Normally, Grandpa would escort me home from school, but he's been sick lately. I snuck a glance at Vova's photo. Ugh, now he's just evil grinning. His eye wells were studying me, and his lips were wearing black lipstick. Blah, 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 blah. Just like the portrait of a gravestone. I mean, I'm not a coward, it's just... I think it'll be safer together with you. Will you go home with me, Anton? Never mind, I take it back. This is definitely not Foxgirl, because Foxgirl is way too tough to say something like that. That's just an established fact. Also, apparently Keisha is Cass's friend, and they're talking about cereal. Very cool. I'm a big fan of certain types of cereal. As well, specifically Cinnamon Toast Crunch, which is objectively the fucking best cereal out of them all. That is a fact. A science fact. Will you go home with me, Anton? Well, never to decline a woman. There it was. Finally, everything I read about in adventure books, everything that I dreamt about was seeping into my life. A mysterious crime, a beautiful stranger, and a heroic duel. A duel. Thinking of Semyon instantly sobered me up and returned me back to Earth, and it started shaking under my feet like the deck of a ship. If only I could rise to the occasion in front of Polina. Damn. I'm gonna save the game really quick, because I feel like it's gonna give me a choice, and those happen very rarely in this fucking game. There we go. Because no matter how brave I was trying to act, it was obvious for both of us that I wouldn't be able to stand a chance against a big guy like that. And him knocking me out wouldn't even be the worst of it. The worst part is that Polina would see it, and I have my priorities fucking straight. And then Keisha here is saying, and this is also just as important as the various attractive anime women we're seeing in this game. Keisha is saying that Fruity Pebbles is her first favorite, and Cinnamon Toast Crunch is her second favorite. And that's a pretty valid theory as well. You know what? Fruity Pebbles are pretty good. I'm going to be honest with you. If we're talking about soggy cereal, as in it's been in milk for a while, I personally prefer Cocoa Pebbles above Fruity Pebbles, because they turn the milk into chocolate milk, and that's just my taste, you know? Cass says Keisha has definitely been here before. Oh, she's the person I played Garlic Phone with. Garlic Phone, whatever, same thing. No, it was called Garlic Phone. Fuck you, I'm right. Oh, alright. I know who you are. Hello. That's fantastic. I wasn't, I can't keep it all straight in my head. But I do know you. You're the one who kept turning everything innocent when I kept drawing fucked up things and giving fucked up prompts. You kept on making it all okay, or drawing that angry cat girl saying no. I remember. Hello, I am wholesome. Yes. Yes, you are. And she'll laugh at me. Just like... Sorry, I accidentally clicked off the thing. Just like everybody else. No, I don't need anyone to see me in such a shameful state. I doubt I'll be able to today. You know, Semyon is waiting for me outside, and I need to deal with him one-on-one. Like a man. Nonsense. Polina brushed some hair from her forehead. Oh, we got the innocent music playing again. And I sensed a weak aroma of blackberry. I'm sniffing her. This is the most fucking harem anime plot I've ever seen in my entire goddamn life. Polina was like water when you were thirsty. You just gulp. He's literally thirsting for Polina and saying he wants to gulp her down. This is some shit. I'm glad the Diamond's not freaking out anymore, but I'm pretty sure he's in like a state of stasis where he's just like because of the developments, the sheer speed of them that's happening right now. The sheer fucking speed of them. I remember the summer evenings at the country house, the fire's pungent smoke, the berries hanging over our fence from the neighbors, and a soft cover of pine needles under my soles. Those few peaceful days when I felt completely safe. My mom resting in the hammock, and my dad putting meat on a skewer. Could I have foreseen the upcoming catastrophe in the crackle of the coals, in our parents' laughs, in the smell of fleeting July? What the fuck are you talking about, man? Could I have seen how fragile that world was? Who knows, buddy? Just fucking move on. Do you think that savage would give you a fair fight? He'll just swarm you with his friends without giving you a chance to catch a breath. Polina suddenly flashed a devious smile. But if we go together, they'd be put off. Because Polina knows Krav Maga. I'm not only the first violin of this village, I'm also a girl. I've heard from a delinquent I know that he'll never attack someone when there's a girl around. Can you imagine? They have this weird code of honor. A delinquent, you know? I thought, oh, a delinquent, you know? I thought, worried. She knows delinquents. That's what I'm... Is he better than me? Is he taller, more handsome? This guy is absolutely just fucking in love with Polina. Hey, another person that I've never seen, actually two people I've never seen before, appeared and are putting cat posts and talking to Keisha, so I'm assuming they're friends of hers. Welcome. Diamond says, Rem, sorry to cut my time short, but I must sleep. Aw, it's okay. I understand, Diamond. Don't worry. If I wind up making out with any of the characters, I'll make sure to DM you a picture of it, because it would be so goddamn funny. Do I have to go? Oh, I have to go to music class. She made a couple of steps and stopped. Amazing. Polina didn't look like those beauties from magazine posters, or the actresses from movies, but the flickering light of the ceiling lamps, which are apparently flickering, she looked much more alluring. This guy's... can you play anything? My parents bought me a guitar a couple of years ago. I immediately remembered my meager attempts at making music. Change. We're all waiting for change. Soya's song echoed my thoughts. What the fuck? Okay, so I think this AM was a failed translation of this song Paramin, which is actually called Changes, which is apparently this guy's favorite song. And this guy, Victor Soy, apparently died in a car accident. So now we know what the fuck he was just thinking, because it was some goddamn insane thoughts. The guitar got lost somewhere, as if refusing to move to the old house near the forest. I think my parents gave it away to someone that needed it more. I don't, sadly. A pity. Oh well, I'll be going. Bye. Farewell, Polina. Her shout was captured. Wasn't that the Russian name for Pickle Rick? Polina? Or was it Solina? It was one of those two things. That's a fun thought. Her shout was captured by the loud echo. Her shoes echoed through the school hallways. Bye. I wasn't sure if Polina heard me. I looked out the window again. The schoolyard was empty. Just a couple grade schoolers throwing snowballs at each other. It's time for Tony to be a man. Nobody who looked like hulking Semyon with his cronies. This was giving me hope. What should I do? Polina could become my friend. The first one in this new place. And besides, she may be in real danger of meeting a killer, and I'll defend her, her knight. And even though my inner voice was hesitant and whispered about running away from the killers who were lurking in the woods at night, Polina was worth the risk, damn right. But the red cunning fox was also intriguing. That's right! My guy has his priorities straight. This is definitely where the choice is going to be. I was sure there would be one. There we go. There we go. She promised to help me look for Vova, and this will bring me a reward. More money will almost guarantee peace in my family, and also I'll find out more shit about these literal demon gods that are trying to kill my sister. But that's not the priority. Not like getting banged. Or, I guess, banging. Gifts for Olya. I imagine my sister... Oh, now I guess that is part of the priority. Happy, like those girls who get prizes from Supanev in the finest hour. Probably another game show. So much shit here. Yeah, up here. It's a game show. It's this one. Right here. Sopanev died, but he apparently gave gifts as his thing. She'll be dancing like a famous singer, and this is the other one. This is, I guess, like a Russian boy band. Mom and Dad hugging in the Ostankio Pavilion, and then we all go to Disneyland, which is apparently my guy's only goddamn priority. So here we have our choice. Do I go for my hot fox friend, or do I go for Polina? Here's the thing. I feel like, okay, let me give my like real world thoughts. If this was actually me in real life, I would go kick that dude's fucking ass. I got expelled once because like a group of people picked a fight with me, and I wound up kicking their entire asses. Which is that's a bit of a dramatic overstatement. In actuality, they like almost broke my arm and I like freaked out. But still, I got expelled for doing that, and still I did kick several people's asses. So, what I'm trying to say is if this was me in reality, I would go towards Alyssa. I'd be like, there's demons in the fucking woods and I want to know what that's about. Otherwise, they'll blow up my goddamn house, you know? And also, this other guy will attack me in the hallways. Cass says Rem kicked one ass 2 decades ago and thinks he's a professional wrestler. You're not wrong. But still, that's kind of more my policy. Is like, if something like that is happening, face it head on. Don't just run away like a coward. However, I am aware that Tony, canonically, is scared of fucking everything, and his only policy is to run away. Every time he's been attacked by something so far in this game, he's ran the fuck away. He saw like the demon on the TV, he was like, bah! He saw a picture of the guy he heard got abducted, he's sitting in the windowsill all, bah! Yeah, he's extremely afraid of everything. So he would definitely go for Polina. So this is our choice. Which story route are we going more towards? Realistically, I would choose the Alyssa route. Realistically, Anton would choose the Polina route. We need to know who's going to be the best girl of this game. Who's going to wind up dating the main character. So, I am going to defer to the chat. Keisha, I believe, is still here. I know Jacob is still here for sure, and I know that Cass is still here as well. It's possible there's even more people hanging out, watching. So, anyone watching, give me your choice. Should I side with Polina, hide here and play some music like a fun time, or go for the Fox Girl? I would like to go for... I'm going to do both either way, but which one should we do first? And that'll be... Whatever one we do first will be the one that we keep... That'll be the path we follow for the next episode, whenever episode 3 comes out. So, I'll wait and see what you guys all say. Alright, the tallies are in. Cass says, go Alyssa. And Keisha puts some up things, which I'm pretty sure means that she agrees. That means, no matter what Jacob says, it's gonna be a 3-1, possibly 2-2. But I'm also siding with Alyssa, and I get a vote. Of course I get a fucking vote, obviously. So, that's 3-1. We're gonna do the Alyssa route first. After closing my backpack, I ran down the stairs. Adventure! I just got that achievement. You can't see it because my face is in the way, but it says adventure and it's a cowboy wearing a hat. I scanned my surroundings through the window in the main hall. Nobody suspicious in sight. The school doors creaked. The sound was similar to the music from a thriller, the high note that comes before an intense scene. I ran around the school corner, trying not to catch anyone's attention. The smell of pastry and burnt sugar wafted from the school cafeteria. I froze when I saw a silhouette in the second floor window. It must be Polina, gliding a bow on her violin strings with her head slightly tilted to the side. I wish I could hear the melody she played, but Polina was only a dark outline on the window's yellow sheet. I dragged my feet forward. Here I go. I wander forward. Nah, Rem doesn't get a vote. This ain't no democracy. True. We just let him think it is? Y'all are... How dare you? You don't even know. I would have chosen Alyssa. Wait. I want to know what this says. I can't understand Russian. But I'm going to try something. A high-level YouTuber strategy. Because that might be a hint towards the future. I'm going to go to Google Translate. Right? I'm going to set it to Russian. Here we go. To Russian. I'm going to take a picture of this. Okay. It says... Okay, let's see. Okay, let me just do this part right here. It says, Kutpaks and Paba. As it turns out, it means fucking nothing. The net on the football goal in the yard fluttered in the wind. The same wind that hurled... Oh, wait, I could have used the eye earlier and made a decision based on observation. Shit. Whatever. The same wind that hurled small white whirlwinds through the field. Somewhere nearby, an invisible tractor was humming, scaring away the crowd of cawing birds. These birds, this is a squirrel. The hum of its engine sounded like the howls of hungry beasts that chased me through the snowy desert. Alyssa and her scary mask also came to mind. Right now, in the light of day, it was really hard to believe she was real. What did she say back then? In the backyard, near the hanged man. We got the hanged man. We're in the backyard. But what did she mean by that? Alright, so we got some things to observe really quick. The place to be, Google Translate. Yeah, it gave me fucking nothing though, so let's just ignore the Google Translate attempt and pretend that it worked out well. And then Cass says, you give this man 1 inch, and he fucking takes that inch to Pluto and back. Talking about me, not Anton. Anton would take like a centimeter. He's very scared. Alright, I'll look at this first. Ah. Are these drugs? Is this guy... Excuse me? The silhouette turned around the corner and walked deeper into the dead end, leaving cigarette smoke in its wake. It was an adult. A teacher, maybe? Yeah, he was a, like, patrol guard we saw earlier. Alright, let's take a look at, the squirrel. A forest squirrel chomping on sunflower seeds. Nom nom. Someone from the school is probably feeding her. Interesting. Maybe it's Alyssa. We got some, a used syringe amongst the cigarette buds. I hope somebody just needed an insulin shot. So I'm a very optimistic boy, what can I say? I looked at the wall. There was a hanged man drawn under the thin black line of resin. Someone played the hangman here. Something was scribbled on both sides of the man. Escape, fear, truth. So that's what this says. Google Translate fucking lied. Come closer, sweetheart. It took me a while to realize where the sound was coming from. My eyes strolled along the cul-de-sac at the school backyard, through the windows and the snow. Oh, there's someone hanging out here in the snow. One of the snow piles started trembling like a volcano before it erupts. Ah! Alyssa jumped up and she said something scary in Russian. My heart pounding right now in real life. Give me your heart! In the blink of an eye, the white crust crumbled and the fox jumped at me. She made a gracious bow, you know, like a curtsy, enjoying the effect her appearance had on me. The sliver of snow shined on her coat. So now I guess we've confirmed that this is not the same character as Polina. I couldn't even imagine. Listen to this fucking fun music. Yeah, Disney adventure. I couldn't even imagine that thinking about girls with tails can be this... I don't know what to compare it to. Something infectious, toxically sweet. You'll get used to it, my guy. He's getting into it. He's got a thing for the anime fox girl. Let's go! Bite back, or your heart's in my bag. She giggled so enthusiastically, it forced me to smile. Oh, come on. I quickly rolled a ball of snow and threw it at Alyssa. Damn! She tried to dodge, but it was too late. A hit to the shoulder. That was more like the middle of the body, but whatever. Ah, you insolent boy. Yeah, that's me. The fox backed down, trying to arm herself. It would be really fucked up. I'm just throwing this out there right now. What if, like, all of this was an illusion, and, like, Imagine if that fat kid went around the corner and saw me just flirting out here behind the school, throwing snowballs at nothing. That would be fucked up. I'm just throwing this out there because earlier Anton said that he thought he was having, like, hallucinations. If they go that route, I'm going to be so disappointed. You are sly, but I'm a fox. I think out of the box. Her retribution was swift. A snowball arced its way above the snowy yard, and the ravens flying in the air. I wanted to duck, but slipped and fell to my knees, and while I was getting up, I caught a huge chunk of snow with my face. It burned from the cold. I swore loudly from immense disappointment. Using the words I heard in Sector Gaz's song on the cassettes, I hid from my parents. If Dad heard this, he would definitely give me a good whipping. He had very low tolerance towards obscene words and always communicated in clean Russian, so he's not at all like me. Not even a little bit. I'm already rubbing off on our dear sweet protagonist. He's already starting to swear. That's right. We scream fuck. In any language. The way he said, "Come closer, sweetheart," Keisha sang. Golden. And Cass is saying, "Bruh." And then Jacob apparently has to go. That's too bad, Jacob. I understand. Farewell, my friend. It's too bad, so sad that you won't be here to see how it ends. But don't worry. If I wind up making out with a hot fox girl, you'll be the first to find out after Diamond, who I'm gonna rub his goddamn face in it. He had very low tolerance with obscene words. Oh, come on. It can't hurt that much. She brushed off my hood as if to show compassion, took me by the elbow and helped me get up. With care uncharacteristic for a child, she took care of my glasses, blew away the snowflakes that were stuck to them, and handed them back. Now we're even, Tosha. Oh yeah, that's what she calls the main character. Only people who were close to me called me that. I thought they called him Tony, but whatever. And I haven't even seen her real face. Didn't know her last name, what class she was from, and if she had a real tail under her coat. Which is, of course, the highest priority, in order of, least important to most. Good night, and farewell, Jacob. Have a good one. And then Keisha said, "We but relish in it. I'm glad that you appreciated my wretched old woman voice. Want to get ahead? We were going to Pervova, remember? We'd better hurry before my parents start looking for me." The fox let out a lazy yawn, and I'm losing the fucking ability to read again, apparently. Parents. Don't be so boring. Let's play for a bit. You're always bored at home anyways. And how do you know that? It's not even a secret. It's always way too boring being locked up inside a house full of adults. That's right. Alyssa for the win. I get all jittery from both houses and parents, see? Her furry fox brow started twitching. What? At some point we gotta find out if this is a mask or not, because it's drawn like one, but what do you mean it's twitching? I faked a laugh in reply, unsure whether being able to move parts of her mask like that was genuinely funny or not. Come on, Tosha, don't be scared. I can see you want to play. And if you win... The fox girl got dangerously close to me and stood on her tiptoes, almost touching my face with her fox mask. Playful fires danced in her eyes. Oh, look at that. She smelled nice, like berries and saccharin. This guy, he's just sniffing women. Is this the smell of independence and true freedom? You bet your ass it is. I mean the kind where all you have to do in your life is run wild and eat sweets. Her whisper poured into my ear like scalding hot water. If you win, I'll be your guide. Believe me, I have lots of things to show you. He will find your vova for sure. Or for one. I felt as if a giant invisible spring bent inside me. My tummy hurt, but the sensation was nice. It was so weird. I just had a little conversation with Polina, and now Alyssa was going to drag me along with her. I felt like my mind was becoming blurry, splitting in two, like those gravestones on the TV record. And what if I lose? I'll claw out your soul, softy. Didn't do the demented laugh, which is kind of a bummer for me, because I kind of liked it. But whatever, it's okay. I'll get over it. Come on, let's go. There we go. She burst out laughing, whipped the hem of her coat, and ran towards the road we used to come to school in the morning. Her promise. That almost sounded like a threat. Hypnotized me. I bent down, scooped up some snow. I wish I had a device that could tell whether she was joking or being serious. Or is there always a third option with people like her? Between her jokes, laughter, and hot breath on my ear. I wanted to win, to punish her for the lightness and freedom she possessed. That was clearly too much for an average girl. When I, on the other hand, possessed, or rather intoxicated by the thirst for adventure, by my curiosity. This guy is fucking weird, man. It's getting hard. Yeah, whatever. Nalivka, a sweet alcoholic drink. Okay, cool. Just like that time I ate cherries from Mom's Nalvika and lied down with my eyes closed while the bed was spinning underneath me. I spat and cleared my lips. You want to play, little sister fox? Well then, let's play. I armed myself with a snowball and chased the fleeing fox girl. Hey, look! This scene was in the trailer of the game. How do you like that? She said it was a papier-mâché mask with fur on it before, Cass is saying. Yeah, she did, but I'm pretty sure the masks aren't even real. Like, I'm pretty sure it's like any of these children in the village that are getting attacked by the forest demons are like designated a mask and a position. So one is designated as a fox, and then my character is designated as a rabbit. And I'm pretty sure that the fox we saw frolicking around in the woods at night was actually Alyssa. It might not have been, but I think it was. And I think that it was like when you first see them, they look entirely like they're fucking anamorph. And then as you get to know them more, it turns more into like a person. So I'm pretty sure it's like an illusion thing that's gonna just fucking vanish in the future. I could be wrong on that. That's just my guess so far. Otherwise, I don't understand what they're for. I saw a familiar... It might just be like to go with the theme of forest demon thing. I don't know. I saw a familiar street with a wooden post that didn't look scary anymore. They were just logs covered in snow. If I were to shout now, the guard dogs would start barking, and their owners would peek out of their windows. Alyssa's small silhouette was mocking me from far away, so it was useless to try hitting her with a snowball for now. A waste of ammunition. Birches, mutilated by the cold. I was right! I fucking said they were birches. Peeked out to view along the clear road. A giant snow pile towered near one of the trees. This was probably the place where the tractor brought all the snow from the village. A whole family of foxes could fit in such a pile. No, I thought. She's the only fox around here. She alone is already too much. My second morning acquaintance was running around near the edge of the forest, the stray dog with a mangy tail. She sniffed around and marked the naked berry bushes, and then ran towards the other ones. Alyssa showed up from under the hill. Zulka, follow me, girl. The dog's ears perked up. It barked in agreement and followed her lead. We ran farther and farther, exchanging snowballs, laughing and stumbling. The winter forest towered in front of us, reaching for the low clouds. I'm telling you, man, I got some issues. We were at the edge of its shadow, bony and almost. The fox hid behind a large pine, clearly trying to get close to me, and shoved some snow down my collar. It was a good plan, but Zulka, who was running circles around her, gave her away. I broke off a dry branch and decided to act even trickier. I put my hat on it and peeked it from the side of the pine. I'll make her think that it's on my head. I bit my lip to stop myself from laughing, then jumped out the other side and performed a point-blank throw. Alyssa probably cracked my plan right away, but still let me win 3-1. I was wounded in the leg. What? I was wounded? How did I get hurt? Oh no, she hit me in the leg with a snowball. Alright. Fuck. I was wounded in the leg, and she got shot in the chest, the stomach, losing imaginary blood in front of my eyes, pleading for mercy, while also choking from laughter. Please, mercy, I'm dying. Okay, I'll let you live. Thank you, oh valiant knight. That's right, Alyssa knows what's up. She pretended to bow to me, then grabbed 2 full handfuls of snow like a dying warrior, threw them at me in a last-ditch effort. I dodged her attack easily, laughing uncontrollably and being mad at the same time. I finished her with 2 precise shots. Damn. He'll let me live, huh? Learn me how to do it if you're so smart. What? Learn me how to do it if you're so smart. What are you talking about, Alyssa? Hey, shut up. You're already dead. Ha! When did that stop me? Okay, you know what? Possible third thing, interpretation, is that Alyssa's dead. And that dead children are given masks. And that they see the living with masks also. So that's why she thought we had a mask and we think she has a mask. That's another potential interpretation. I'm not sure. I could be wrong. Let's play something more interesting. She dashed behind the trees after blowing snow in my direction. 1, 2, time to play with you. 3, 4, 5, the owl will arrive. I hesitantly moved towards the windfall. 6 on end, the wolf's gray fur will stand. I thought I was a real tail gliding across the bushes. I don't understand some of the fucking words I'm reading. I rushed to the intertwined branches that helped Alyssa to hide, as if something was pulling me there. I had to move them, tear them off like a spider web. Branches sprang back in my face, but I felt like they were caressing my cheeks and not hitting them. I was sweating, but still had a lot of stamina left. I'll make sure to catch up to you, little fox. Alyssa's voice was wandering among the windfall. 7, 8, stomp your hooves and wait. Ha ha ha! Seems like I underestimated you. I thought you were just a boy. Confident that she was behind the dry pine, I rushed to intercept her. But the local acoustics tricked me. Her voice was already echoing from the other side. And you're a bunny. So nimble, so cute. The snowball flew at me from the shadows, whistling near my ear. I'll show you a bunny. Yeah, do that. Show me. This is getting weird, man. Cass is saying, I'm sorry. It's like, it's hard for me to read this, you know? I feel like I'm looking into 2 children, you know, they're going on their date, and I feel like I shouldn't be a part of it at this point. It feels like I'm a third party. But Cass said some words that I'm going to read right now, that if this romance anime is... This is so romance anime that she's going to be sick. And yeah, I'm having the same... It's hard to keep reading, you know? It's too much sweetness for me. When are we going to see that fat kid getting hanged by the beast of the forest? Huh? That would be scary. Ooh. Yeah, do that. Show me. A bright fox fur coat flashed near a rotten stump. I rushed there, jumping over a ravine. Bunny boy, show yourself. Be brave. And give the beasts fresh meat they crave. Alright, at this point I feel like Alyssa might be leading me to get murdered. This furry collar that flashed from every tree was the most important thing in the world for me. My lips started trembling as if I was a cowboy chasing his prey. One jump and the fox was in my embrace, so smooth and desirable. He's not wrong. Fine, you win. Ooh, she leaned against the scratchy bark and started puffing. Please, let's have a break. You're too fast, too strong, too tasty. Satisfied, I put my hands on my sides, waiting for the spoils of war from the defeated girl. Give me another fucking Mercedes stick. But instead I got a snowball to the face. The cunning fox ran away, roaring with laughter, but I wasn't even mad about it. I needed to catch up to Alyssa, to tackle and subdue her, tear off her mask, and finally find out who the fuck she is. Here we go. The chase continues. Poor little bunny jumps around in the wet pine forest, afraid of getting eaten by the big gray wolf, thinking of hot summer, keeping his ears low, sneaking glances at the hidden sky. The sky did disappear under the trees. I moved under the barking of Zulka as a guide, since she was closely following her owner, and I was getting closer. At the same trail I imagined back at school. And the same trail I imagined back at school blinked under my feet. It turned out that running like there's no tomorrow was actually quite easy. Faster, higher, faster. I felt like there was a well of untapped potential inside me, and I drew from it. My muscles were burning, my lungs felt bigger, and I felt stronger overall. Even my vision became sharper. I saw every icy branch, every dent in the bark. Something colorful was lying near the bushes. A piece of clothing? Another colorful spot to the right. Oh, she's leading me to the place that Vova got killed, remember? Actually, remember when it said in the TV, we looked at it in the last episode, that a girl got killed in the forest, and it was horrible, and no one knows who did it? I'm starting to think, I'm really buying into this theory now, that girl is actually this fox girl, and we're chasing a ghost. And she's leading us, I think, maybe, to either the place where she died, or the place where this other girl, who we did see on TV, who I think is a fox girl, but might not be. I think she's leading us to the place where that girl died. I could be wrong. That's my theory. Alyssa was losing her clothes on the run, like shedding her skin. Am I chasing a naked girl through the woods? Because I'm okay with that. But I just want to establish that that's what's happening. I also use my teeth to take off my mittens, excited by all that. I'll get naked and feel all the wind to the last drop. Why? Faster! I reached out to take off my hat, to throw away everything that stopped me from running wild in this endless forest. The backpack slowed me down, so I threw it in the snow along with the open pens, along with all the pens that were inside, with all the notebooks, my drawings, and a dinosaur for Olya. Olya. Suddenly, a clear picture appeared in my mind. Ah, the Olya song! My sister, standing still near a window, basking in the dusking sun. Her small, childish palms are pressed into the glass, leaving marks where they warmed it up. She could warm up my whole world just like that. She's looking at the taiga and saying my name. Tosh. Did they just change his name? Did they forget that up till now his sister called him Tony? Did that just stop being a thing? Tosha, I guess. I stopped and took a deep breath and realized how rash and stupid I was, trying to undress in the middle of the forest while chasing a magical fox girl. I returned to get my backpack, as if it was a part of my being that I dropped. I remembered again how my sister didn't like to be left home alone, how she asked me to come home faster. What kind of brother am I, running in the forest that I used to scare my sister with? I'm having fun while she's not even allowed out the doorstep. Sit in your cage, Olya, and watch the same cartoons over and over. Tosha! Yes, Olya. Where are you? Oh. she turned into a delinquent from an anime. Where you hopping to, fucker? From the darkness behind the pines, just like cavemen from their cave, appeared smirking Semyon with a bunch of his cronies. Oh, I forgot that they were here. Yo, Antoshka. Thought you could slip away, huh? Check out this freak, eh? You don't even have teeth, eh? They surrounded me like carnivorous pride, making me step back. The smell of sweat and tobacco attacked my nostrils. The inside of my mouth felt salty, as if I had licked a battery. Alyssa? The name of my companion turned into a stifled cough. Pines were swaying back and forth like solemn guardians. I was frantically looking everywhere. I dreamt of finding that fox amongst the trees, expecting her to come to my rescue. She fucking better. But only the wind replied to my pleas. Where's Alyssa? What did you do to her? I shuddered after hearing my own voice. It sounded unnatural, rough, and scary. Who the fuck's Alyssa? These guys. Did you hit your head? Whatever, we'll fix you right up. The fatso spit through the gap of his teeth and pushed me so hard that I hit my back against a tree. So, feeling better now? Ooh, I'm angry. Ooh, he's angry too, but I'm angrier, and I have anime protagonist hair. It can't be. Did Alyssa really lure me to this trap? To these bastards? No, I can't believe this. Did she? Looky here, guys. He's not so brave compared to the school. A total wimp, eh? You fucked with the wrong guy, transfer student. Semyon was moving towards me, readying his fist. Alyssa! In that moment, the other delinquent in track pants made a loud whistle, and the hulking boy lowered his hand. It was unexpected. Seems like Barbarin wasn't the leader of this gang. In reality, they were all listening to the boy that looked like a small carnivore with very strong teeth. Where? Is that them? Is that this guy? Okay. Probably decided to have some fun at my expense first. Hey, I'm not gonna read that out loud because it's against the terms of service, but you can read it for yourself. Is this your Alyssa? Only then I noticed Zulka behind my legs, trembling from the cold snow plastered all over its fur. The delinquent squatted in front of the dog and beckoned it with his hand. Oh my. Alyssa, come here, you flea-ridden bitch. The others let out nasty laughs. Oh god, they're gonna do the anime dog murder thing. Ah! The dog's ears perked up and she started carefully moving closer. Yeah, come here. I got something for you. No! Ah, it's John Wick! Ah! The dog didn't even have a chance to sniff him when this animal abuser caught him by the ear and kicked it right under its tail so it flew into the snow pile. Not the dog again! What the fuck? The whole gang burst out laughing, and my heart got encrusted with ice. Even the birds that were perched on the tree let out frightened caws. At the edge of my vision, I saw something flash in the illusory twilight of the sleeping forest. Or was that just bushes moving their icy branches in the wind? Semyon says, Romka, it won't be able to shit after this. I guess this kid's name is Romka. Let me kick the fucking thing one more time. 2 negatives will make a positive. But the stray was nowhere to be seen. Huh? Are you an idiot? Go and show the Four Eyes this place. In a way he'll understand. Yeah, he fucking owes you. This wimp whacked you in front of the whole class. Sure thing. Alright, we gonna do this? Let's tussle. Semyon brought a sizable signet ring with some geometric shape carved into it up to my face. In a moment, I'll hit your face so hard, it'll leave a mark for the rest of your life. Where did all my inner strength and bravery go? Stop! A wheezy whisper left my lips, and my head tilted forward, hitting Semyon's fist. Red sparks flew from my eyes. Oh shit, I'm having an anime awakening! Oh, never mind, I just got punched in the head. Birsha, give me a hand. Semyon gave me a rough push towards the guy with the slanting eyes, this dude, and he tripped me. I fell on the sharp crust of ice and he stepped on my hand so I couldn't get up. And then I just sat there like, can't punch him in the dick when I'm like this. My hand's been stamped upon. Even though I'm on snow and I can literally just it out. I shouldn't be poking holes in this. Alright? Painful groan. Did you hear him whimper? Is he actually... I'm not gonna read that again. Not because I can't read it. I know it's appropriate for the story because it's what they're actually saying. But I worry about the terms of service because the auto flag feature. And I don't want to have to deal with that hassle. I started to lose breath from anger and resentment. The pain was growing, and I'm still not doing shit about it. My ear was hot and pulsating with pain, which was rushing through it like it was cut off and a ball of needle was sewn in its place. Why so silent, Aunt Toshka? Come on, tell us. At that moment, I felt pure rage, the amalgamation of anger. Yeah, let's go! Anime awakening time! Like the Sprouts ink, it rose from the depths of my mind, filling my thoughts. Morons! Did you know that my dad is also... Semyon burst out laughing. This became the last straw. Fear and anger was grappling inside me like mad dogs. He knows Aikido, got it? And he's a vet. He'll kick the likes of you with his eyes closed. One word from me, and oh wow, so that's my anime awakening. I got the power of telling my parents. Are you shitting me? Romka lifted his arm, stomping on my torrent of lies, and made a couple steps forward. Semyon backed off, giving me an opportunity to stand up. Did he believe me? Or was he confused by my face, twisted with rage? A vet, you say? My dad also fought in the war. An Afghan. And yours? Mine too. Oh, really? And what force did he serve in? I stumbled. Fear chomped at my rage and made it bleed. He's full of shit, Romka. Yeah, fuck him. Did you think I'm so easy to trick? I can see through all your lies. There was a nasty smile on his face and he called me a little bitch. This did not bode well for me. Well, you asked for this. A teacher saved you at school, but here... Heh. You're fucked. That's right. pray that they find your body come spring. Heh. If only you stayed silent. Wouldn't have lost a hair. Hitting faster was one thing. Give him a good pounding, Sungnoya. Sioma, whatever. What? I thought his name was Semyon, whatever. The link was closed in, and I ended up in front of Semyon. And I got a thing about a desert region, which I guess is the actual place they served in Afghanistan. Cool. Blood was pumping in my temples. Branches were swaying back and forth, as if whispering something, giving me hope. And yet I'm still not doing jack shit, and at this point I'm getting kind of bored in real life, just waiting for something to happen. I gritted my teeth, fighting the thought that I looked silly, and took a boxing stance I often saw in movies. What are you, fucking Mike Tyson? This was my first ever fight. I'll remember it for the rest of my life if I don't kick the bucket, of course. At the edge of my vision, I noticed the darkness rise again, as if someone was walking back and forth over there. I sensed Roma's claws grab my backpack. Give me your shit, Antoshka. It'll get in the way. I was about to refuse, unwilling to cooperate with him, but then he fished out a knife from his pocket, because he's apparently a fucking Stephen King villain. 12-year-olds are fucking metal, man, Cass is saying. When I was 12, I was a loser. Yeah, man, these kids, they don't mess around. They got butterfly knives and shit. It was one smooth motion. He spun it, showing off the blade to my neck. Oh, look at that. It let out a cloud of steam instead of words. Romka pulled with all his might, and my backpack ended up in his hands, calm and relaxed. He smiled and looked at the backpack. Are you hiding something from us? Some rat stole my school shoes. And what's this? Romka gave me a dubious smile. Oh, look, bunny scissors. So what do we have here? My text and notes fell onto the snow. He was holding my backpack in one hand, and something weird in the other. It looked like a mask. Romka lifted it high as if showing it to someone else, to someone in the treetops, in the twilight among the trees. An old bunny mask. Long, worn-out ears, barely visible nose, and whiskers. Mangy fur on the sides. Where'd it come from? Who put it there? Semyon laughed. It's way past New Year's, moron. Or are you really a loony? It's not mine. How come it's not? It was in your backpack. Romka was watching the scene unfold with his evil smile, and I, the person reading this, am so goddamn bored. You know what? Put it on. Why? Because I'm telling you to. You'll hunt like a bunny for us. Yeah, come on. Or we'll leave you pantsless. Heh. Anything but this. What do you mean anything but this? This is clearly the source of your anime powers. What if someone from our class passes by? I won't. Sioma, put it on him. Biashra rushed to his friend's side and took the worn-out mask from him with a buffoonish bow. Then he passed it to Semyon, who was already rubbing his hands in anticipation. Just like me, sitting here with anticipation. That's all I've had for 30 fucking minutes. I looked around the pine woods as if waiting for help, as if the shadows that writhed around us would take pity on me and take my side. Branches looked like arms, twisted in unusual angles. Blackened bark was their charred skin, and the darkness was the smoke they produced. I can't run, won't get away, they'll chase me. And then, let me warn you, Sioma. If he won't hunt, you'll take his place, got it? This piece of shit won't. Let's look at him. He's a total loony. This loony had already smacked you in the face. Romka's right. Come on, fatso, assert your dominance. Or we'll make you hop so hard your pig tits fall off. He must indeed. Sorry, man. It's just hard to connect to anything that's happening anymore, alright? There's a certain level of nonsense, and I just kind of disconnected after that point. And now we're, like, way past it. Just give him the anime mask. Let's go. Come on. Jim Carrey movie, let's go. He must indeed be scared of Romka. Semyon swore silently and glared at me. Here, it'll fit better this way. Oh, he spat inside the mask. He spat inside the mask and then put it close to my face. His spit looked like a squished spider. Romka's face twisted. He spasmed like a beast, like he wanted to tell Semyon something, but then he suddenly stopped. Semyon was still close by, with a disgusting smirk on his face, and a terrible smell coming from his mouth. Put it on, quick, or you're dead. The mask almost looked more disgusting now, but despite everything, It felt like it was a chance for salvation. I knew it! Anime mask! Let's go! It could become my second skin. If only I was to put it on. If only my face was to touch its bumpy surface. I'm sure the fur will glitter. The ears will tremble like they're alive. I just need to put it on. Semyon and his friends will be gone forever. Do it. Do it. Ah, shit, is this an actual choice? Of course put it on. Are you kidding? I reached my hand out. My hand wasn't shaking anymore. Oh, look, it's glitching. The mask is like glitching reality. Semyon handed me the mask and uttered an evil laugh. The fur felt warm to the touch, just like I expected. I got goosebumps. Electricity flowed through my spine. Anime power time, let's go! This is it! My salvation. A voice whispered to me from my subconscious, just put it on, and nobody will hurt you. The forest froze, gazing at me with cracks in the bark. I acted slowly. Took off my glasses. I got rid of the nasty spit on the paper mache. There was movement inside of the bunny face, as if something was trying to break out, and I needed to help it. That's right. This is my demon friend, alright? That's the real story. Everyone who gets a mask gets a demon friend. Now the plot is all unraveling in my mind. Well, isn't this one, Cass says, better than the horny children date, but still, at least the horny children date actually fucking made sense. These guys are just weird. I lifted the mask and started moving it towards my flaming cheeks. Just like that one movie with Jim Carrey. Oh, I'm the fucking smartest person on the planet. I fucking knew it. This mask had power. It had strength. Carton touched my skin, enveloped my skin. My nose took the shape of my face. It smelled like animal like an animal's lair and pine. My lips touched some sort of hard, wavy material. My armor, strangely enough, through the slits of the old carnival mask, I was able to see as good as through my glasses. And the trio of boys, frozen in the clearing, snowflakes frozen in the air, the trees, whose shadows formed black streams. Whose shadows formed black streams toward me, and a weird silhouette in the early twilight behind the windfall. In all that silence, Semyon nervously whispered, "Hey guys, what's up with him?" I broadened my shoulders. My muscles felt like they were made to steel. Look at that! Anime time! Let's go! Let's do this shit! Invisible plumes of fog flew toward me, breaking off the trees. I was absorbing the forest power with my body. I smiled underneath the mask. No, I showed my teeth. My fists were itching. My stomach was growling. He's turning. You asked for this. I made a step forward. Semyon carefully stepped towards me. She was walking on thin ice. A trail from my dreams snaked out in front of me again. Endless, alluring. It was beckoning me away from all the problems to the newfound, wonderful world. The world of Magic Neverland. I pulled on the zipper, opened my coat, and threw it into the snow with a fast motion. Oh, then growled. I felt like something was frantically looking for the exit underneath my skin. I went towards Semyon. He's turning. Fuck. Turning into a fucking retard. Clearing blew up in hysterical laughter. Yasha was clutching his stomach. Roma smirked, shaking his head. And Semyon, yo, that mask was pretty fucking metal, to be honest. Who was laughing the most out of all the three? Spat on his knuckles. What is up with Semyon and goddamn spitting? Like, Jesus Christ, man. It's weird. It's a weird hobby. And then waved his fist like a club. You're such a moron, Tosha. A fist collided with my mask. The fur didn't dampen the blow at all. There was no power, no magic smoke coming from the pines. I flew towards the bushes and landed on my butt. My vision, bolstered by adrenaline a moment before, returned to normal. Now that was something. I thought I'd get on all fours and tear us to bits. Like a carrot. What? Yo, did you see that? Did you? Does this count as him humping? It was even better. I sobbed. The mask had one advantage. If I cried now, no one would see my tears. What a loony. You belong in a loony house. For animals, Savion put his knee to the snow pile and ripped the glasses out of my numbed fingers. Get my glasses back. I won't make it home. Bullshit. Haven't you heard that bunnies have a good sense of smell? So don't worry, just use it. Hippity hop. Semyon shoved the trophy in his pocket and flashed me a toothy grin. Besides, bunnies don't wear glasses. Now scram, retard. I stood up, still wobbly. The trees became a dark, blurry wall. 3 bright silhouettes were wobbling around me. There were black spots on them, their eye sockets and mouths, but it looked to me like there was more of them than there should be. I turned to the forest. Semyon's boot came to my rescue, kicking me in the butt and quickly quickening my shameful retreat. Hippity hop. I threw the mask into a ravine out of spite. Man, that was disappointing. All that buildup. That was literally 40 goddamn minutes of buildup. For that? And then I zigzagged through the firebreak, alone in a giant snow-laden world. The trunks around me bent in all directions. Their treetops disappeared into the darkness above me. The sky was pushing me down. I wanted to cry, but my eyes were completely dry by now. Only sadness and longing were left. A desire to bury myself under the snow, or leave for Neverland, with Vova and Senya. Ah, fuck, I accidentally skipped a thing. I didn't care where to go, just somewhere far away from here. Very far away. Oh wow, he made it home that quick. Oh. The hot mom! We found her! It was all one big roundabout journey to find the hot mom. We knew we'd find her eventually, and we did. Cass says, for that? This game had so much potential at first. Hey, what's this? Where are your glasses, Anton? Did you lose them? See, how can you be so careless? Do you think I own a money printing press? Yeah, right. You'll be wearing your old glasses until next year. Olya rushed towards me. I saw a fox! Surprise akin to a shotgun blast. I could only flap my lips in reply. The cup shattered into many pieces with a loud bang. My mom let it fall from her hands. Her face was pale and her eyes glued to the ground. This pause, just for a split second, felt like eternity. Then my mom spoke with disappointment. First it was an owl, now it's a fox. Will you ever get tired of this? She just panicked and dropped her thing onto the ground, breaking it, and then she's like, oh wait, I have to pretend it's not real. Fox? Oh, the fuck. But it's true! She was so fluffy! She stood on her back legs near the hedge, just like a person. The fox called out my name, but then Mom came and she fled. There was no fox. Stop making things up. Don't go near her. If it was necessary, I was ready to shake my sister as if she was a doll made of cloth. What's wrong, Tosha? Don't go, you hear me? Mom entered the hallway and gave me a surprised look. I hesitated. Well, a fox will bite you. I remembered the fairy tales where foxes kidnapped children. I imagined my Alyssa, liberated, carnivorous, running through the night forest, and with a dangling sack in her hands. Okay, cool. It wasn't a real fox. Tell him, Olya. She stood on 2 legs and she wore a dress. And she was real. See? Mom showed us a tired smile, as if this was the only explanation needed. I also forced myself to smile, but my smile was a thin piece of soap right before it dissolved completely on your palm. What? But then, when I was left alone with my sister, I whispered, if you see her again, run. I shut my eyes, threw my vitamins into my mouth, washed them down with a cup of water. Man, now I don't even have my glasses. I can't even see the hot mom. What a disappointment. God damn. I was looking forward to that all day at school, and I can't even get that. My one piece of respite. Fucking disappointment. Wash them down with water. Please, stop driving me mad, please. I was doing my homework on a Friday evening, like usual. I had already finished the hard part, even though I lost all my books in the snow, I just happened to have more. There was only my art homework left, my favorite subject. there any other options? No. I needed to draw some sort of magic beast. I wanted to draw a dino at first, but my brush reached towards the paint all by itself. Oh. One stroke after another, the picture of a fox slowly started forming on my paper. She was almost popping out of the snow-white sheet. She stood on her back legs and wore a sly smile. My brush moved again, drawing a fluffy tail. A moment later, it dropped out of my weak hand. After I finished my drawing, I spent a while studying it in surprise, as if I couldn't understand where this red beast came from. The longer I looked, the scarier it felt. Yeah, we got doom music. Never mind, that one was gone. Carnivorous, fake, like the smiles of women from adult magazines that were sold in the press kiosks back in the city. An alluring smile that masked a deep-seated malice, and the fox's eyes turned red. They looked bloodshot. They looked more like bullet holes you see in action movies. Damn. I don't remember drawing them this way. I moved away from the table, and the lamp's light reflected from the wet paint. The drawing was glossy. It felt like the fox was watching me, waiting. Oh my god, he just shouted into my goddamn ear. Are you deaf? Look, it's your favorite guy. Yeah, spooky music is back. It is, but I don't understand it. I was just thinking. I'll ask you again. Have you seen your sister? She's hiding somewhere again. Something moved under my bed and I froze. Olya's dirty face peeked out with a finger pressed to her lips. Shh. Olya, I can see you. Get out of there. You're covered in dust. Olya crawled out from under the bed and started dusting off her clothes, looking down. Let's go. I'll read you a fairy tale. Keep you company until you fall asleep. I want to sleep with you. Not in that room. It's... Mom entered the room. Look at this whole ass family of beautiful goddamn people, especially the mom. Mom entered the room. What? The owl again? Cass says the Dilf isn't my favorite guy. The fuck? I thought he was! You know, because he's... Yeah. I was under the impression. And what do you think? Olya, it won't come anymore. I chased it away. Olya shook her head in defiance. You didn't! And it will come. It said that it'll come every night. Oh, it talks now. Olya ignored the question and then asked with newfound determination. Can I sleep with you? Please. This will be the last time. No. The dad's like, no. Why don't you let her sleep in my room? I thought it was a great idea, but Olya shook her head again. No, I don't want your room. It watches you, too. I felt goosebumps all over my body. Enough! There's no owl. You're sleeping in your own room tonight. Got it? Mom, please. Oh, God. Olya's gonna have her anime insanity moment first. Please. Mom took Olya's hand and tried to lead her out of my room. Let's go, sweetie. Don't bother your brother. Olya clutched the head of the bed with her free hand. Please! I don't want to go to it. Mom was tugging Olya toward herself, but she didn't budge. Only the bed's head squeaked in agony. I like how the dad says, no. He sounds like a pro wrestler. He sounds like the what's the guy? Who's like the ancestor guy from that? He's got like the guitar from that Disney movie where they go to the afterlife and it's like it's like the Day of the Dead festival. What was his name? I can't remember it. Coco. Yeah, Coco. That's what it was. That was the movie. He sounds like the guitar guy from Coco. No. Dad intervened by picking Olya up, carrying her out of the room, despite her desperate protesting pleas. No! Don't take me to it! It's gonna watch me again! I I listened to them...
Ну, папочка, ну скажи, ну, пожалуйста, ну не надо. Мне страшно.
I'm sorry.
Мама, папа, ну последний раз, ну
Alright, I listened to them...
честно.
I can't focus over this.
Пожалуйста,
I know it. I know I should be taking it more seriously, but I've listened to them struggling to take my sister to go to bed for a while. In the end, my parents gave up and let Olya sleep with them. But it was surely the last time, ever. When everybody settled down, I was lying in my room, thinking about Olya's words. It's watching you too. I felt uncomfortable. I barely managed to calm down, only after closing the curtains to my room shut. But as soon as I closed my eyes, memories of my day started jumping around in front of me. Oh? What am I seeing? I was in the middle of the stuffy school corridor. I could see the literature classroom from here, and the faces of dead classical writers on their portraits, the prim and regal pose of our homeroom teacher, Lilia Pavlovna. And around the corner was her daughter, Katya, a snitch and a gossip, eagerly waiting for me. Hey, transfer student! What do you want, Katya? She got on her tiptoes and started swaying while hiding her hands behind her back, and then asked me with a fake smile on her face, Can I ask you something? Why'd you get transferred here? I might have told the truth about this to Polina, but Katya would sell it to the market for 3 kopikas? Not gonna understand what kopikas are, alright. It would be the same as printing all my thoughts and hanging them near Vova's picture for everyone to see. So I reverted to an answer I knew by heart. It's all because of my parents. Dad has a new job here, and my mom... But Katya didn't even listen to me, just rushed towards the perking up ears of her friends, whispered something while stealing glances at me, giggling. Yeah, right. He takes us for fools. I've heard it's because of his father. He crossed the road of some big shot, and now their family's hiding in our remote little village. That's not true. You're lying. Oh? And did you hear how he hit Babrin out of the blue? What kind of freak must you be to start bullying your classmates from day one? Stop, you know he started it. And if that wasn't enough, there are rumors that he carries a bunny mask wherever he goes. Who in their right mind does that, huh, girls? I see. Our Antoshka must be truly special. Maybe he's an autist, but what if he's the serial killer? I'm sure you'll be able to find an axe in his backpack if you look hard enough, or something even worse. Yes, yes. Shut up. Look at him scream! As if something bit him. His pupils, look how wide they are. I hope he won't go insane and resort to violence again. What's his name? Oh, you guys could figure it out. I don't know what y'all are talking about. I mean, there must be a reason that his mom always feeds him those pills, right? I just stood there in confusion, trying in vain to understand how she found out about my medicine. And what scared me even more was the possibility that her nonsense had some truth mixed in. Yes, that's right. He's as insane as his little sister. Can you imagine that she says a human-sized owl visits her every night? Damn, Katya's got her fucking finger on the pulse. Jesus Christ. She knows everything. But not a single healthy person has seen it. And this simpleton believes her. Can you imagine that? And then I caught a single, kind look from the smirking crowd. Is that true, Anton? Are you really unwell? Polina, please listen to me. Yeah, right. Don't listen to this liar, Polinochka. You don't even know that he cheated on you with someone not from our school, with Alyssa. No, Polina, it ain't so. How'd they know? Polina slouched into someone, kicked her in the stomach, and then burst out in tears, screaming and crying. No! Why her, Anton? Why? I thought the Fox girl was cool, okay? I misjudged the situation. I couldn't understand her reaction, but I still rushed to Polina's side before getting shoved away by Katya. Get your paws off her, monster! Rage was building under my veil of fear. It rose from the cloudy mist. Oh shit, he did the knuckles crack thing. But with how this fucking game goes, even in his dreams, he's getting his ass beat, I bet. I felt my upper lip lift creep up. What? My upper lip lift creep up. Okay, showing my teeth. The fact that your father beats your mother doesn't... Oh, he does? Doesn't give you the right to do the same to girls. Damn. How do they know shit that I don't even know yet? My fists became hammers. I couldn't unclench them. Nobody speaks about my mother that way. I came to my senses when I was already lunged at the angry Katya. Ah, he went nuts! Help! Help! Petrov is insane! Oh. And now everyone's got weird anime horror smiles. At the same moment, the crowd around them became louder. They started whistling and roaring. And growing! Their silhouettes became larger. Wider, they shot upward to the ceiling, turned into the giant black forest, full of toothy faces. I shrank into a tiny ball of fur and started shaking in fear for the might of ulcer-ridden trunks that belonged to either trees or humans. It was impossible to tell. So you finally showed your animal nature, coward. And the coward's face was twisted, and I can't speak over this goddamn music. Anton! Oh no, that's Polina. Fire! No! What makes it better than me? Fox Girl, Magic Girl, anime premise. What more do you need? Polina started screaming and choking on tears. He is just an animal, an outsider, a rabbit man. Oh, the owl. Y'all are fucking confused as hell. I'm confused as hell. But finally something interesting is happening. A scary flapping of wings came from the forest. A pair of giant white ears descended somewhere from above, and I dug myself into them. I couldn't read that part of it. Anton, please, wake up! Oh. I jumped, almost falling out of bed. Apparently, I was thrashing around for hours on the sweat-soaked sheets. Olya's scream pulled me out, set me free from the tentacles of fear. Anton, please, wake up! It took my eyes a while to focus on the silhouette near my window. Olya's voice was distant. My head was still ringing from the fight. Sounds got distorted, as if my ears were stuffed with cotton. My sister, as distressed as ever, just kept on repeating the same phrase. The owl! The owl, please! I'm scared! Her tears poured on my heart like boiling water, but I was almost thankful for the owl's appearance. Otherwise, the scared Olya wouldn't have woken me up. Wait a second, Olya. Want me to read Merzilka for you? Fuck it. I don't care about Merzilka. You didn't tell me about the Russian dish. You don't get. Okay, I'll read it. I'll check it out. Let me just. It's a Russian illustrated magazine for kids. It's like Mad Magazine, but for Russians. Give me. I placed my bare heels on the cold floor. Felt around for my glasses. Remembered Semyon and his underhanded act inside. Anton, please, look. She couldn't tear her eyes off the window, as if it was a staring contest. I found the light switch with my hand. The lamp poured light all over me. I got up. My vision fooled me, moving the window closer to only push it farther. What? Moving the window closer, only to push it further the next moment. My sister was just a blurry spot. I took a hesitant step forward. Olya, what's there? What happened? You want me to open the curtains? No, please don't. The owl's there. The voice was coming from behind. I turned around and froze in terror. Teary-eyed Olya stood in the doorway. Who are you talking to right now? She stared at me with eyes that were red from crying, with her hands wrapped around her shoulders. Her voice was nervous, as if she was afraid to hear my answer. I was talking to you, someone who pretended to be you. The ledge outside my windows creaked ominously, as if something huge was sitting on top of it. The thing that had pretended to be Olya started spreading, changing shape, grow to scary heights under the light of the carnivorous moon. And I can't do that voice. My throat's too fucked up. Please, Come here! Come here! The voice didn't belong to my sister anymore. The thing that was hiding behind my curtains got tired of pretending, making me look like a fool. I pinched myself as hard as I could, hoping that the silhouette near the window was just a continuation of my nightmare. A hallucination brought upon by the cursed house. And those don't bite, do they? The silhouette was towering before me under the veil of mist. I heard Olya's shrill scream when someone kicked on the window. Knock, knock. It came to get us! Another knock. I stepped back into the middle of the room, as if there existed nooks where I could hide from this horror. More knocks. The sound was sharp, not metallic. The lamp started shimmering. Then it suddenly lightened the whole... What? Then it suddenly got brighter and went out, like a candle under a strong wind. The filament inside snapped with a ringing sound. The darkness that was waiting for that exact moment poured from all angles and enveloped me. There was only this window left in the whole universe. Moonlight poured through it, painting everything the color of bones that were exhumed from a crypt. Olya started squealing and pressing herself onto my back, seeking protection. And then an eye burning with carnivorous fire stared at us from the window. More knocking. It wasn't trying to break the window. It was just trying to toy with us. It just kept knocking, driving us mad. As if a giant clock was measuring the time left for us, its pendulum swinging above the abyss. She was screaming in desperation. Olya was. Her hands clutching my arm like a pair of pincers. Anton! Anton! Come closer! I could barely make out a pair of wings that spread above the black spot. Tell her, Anton! Tell it that I won't be a bad girl anymore. Never, ever. I just wanted to leave. Please. The moonlight suddenly disappeared, and the room descended into darkness. We couldn't see the burning eye anymore. I swallowed the stingy lump in the back of my throat. I stepped towards the curtains, entranced by the call of its disfigured guest.
Не буду, не буду, не буду, не буду.
Olya was standing behind me, mumbling, "I'll be good," repeatedly. The bleak window was creeping closer. Curtains rustled. I reached out to move them aside so I could look my fear in the eye. At that moment, I heard a noise come from our parents' bedroom. Without thinking, I pulled the curtain to one side in one swing. Nothing. Though there was something shining on the ledge. Something among the scattered feathers. Aw, fuck yeah, I knew these demons were on my side the whole time. They just fucked that dude up so hard. My glasses, the one that Semyon took from me. How did they get here? Was that a gift from the gurgling night? Did that owl really bring them here? I looked at the front yard, at the foreboding clearing, at the toothy forest. Not a soul, not a trace of our late-night guest. Only the lamppost, dreaming like a lone watchman among the snowy desert. The dry window frame creaked. I tore away the insulating tape and the stipes of glued newspapers. I guess is what they use as... You mean strips, right? Yeah, that's what they use for window insulation. They put a bunch of sheets of newspaper on it so that way no air can pass in between it. Because they couldn't use machinery to mass manufacture standard sizes back then. I tore away the insulating tape, got the newspapers, opened the window with a big trouble. Frost pinned me with its little needles. The paintings on my walls moved from the draft. I touched my glasses. Sure, they would melt in my hands, but they were real. My brain was scrambling for an explanation. Semyon and his gang had just pulled their prank on me. That was it. That's it? A smooth white blanket was glittering under the street lamp just outside our yard. If anybody was to get close to the house, let alone to climb the pipe to the ledge of my window, they would surely leave footprints. But there were none. I cautiously took my glasses. My wrist was still intact. Nobody pulled me into the darkness, full of restless writhing. Why aren't you in bed? I swayed from surprise and almost fell out the window. Are you out of your mind? Did it feel hot in here? Did you want to catch a cold? The owl was here. Tosha chased it away. Go to your room immediately and get in your bed. And you... Mom paused, directing her seething eyes at me. She was thinking of a punishment equivalent to my crime. In the end, she just waved her hand, took Olya by the shoulder, throwing gloomy words my way. We'll talk tomorrow. I managed to get the frame back in place with a couple of hits. Pressed the latches with all the strength my fingers could muster. Nice. The cold left my room, but the fear was still present. I got my glasses back. Fuck yeah, let's go. I placed my glasses on my nose and started studying my reflection in the window. It didn't look like a face, more like a death mask. Just like the one worn by the boy from the notice board. That night, I was on the edge of joining him there. Oh, a black and white face was staring at me through the clearing between student heads. Oh yeah, fuck yeah! The owl took him! I knew it was on my side! It's a goddamn friend to me. I don't care what anybody says. Alyssa was the right choice. She saw me get my ass beat sideways. She was like, Owl, my guy, my friend. Yo, listen, this motherfucking dude, I was having a snowball fight. We were gonna make out. It was gonna be so cool. And then this dude kicked my dog, first of all, and motherfucking then took my new boyfriend's glasses. We gotta fuck him up. And now he is dead. And that's canon. And it wasn't Bova. His face was right beside it. I recognized the fat cheeks, the damaged skin. Semyon. Babarin's photo was printed out and placed under the glass like an exhibition piece. And here I stand with the glasses that he stole from me. Eat my ass. Thank you for completing episode 2. We are deeply grateful for everyone who purchased the game in early access. All the profits go towards future development of the game. Hey! Camera, that's my signal.